when I first got the idea to take my purple dogs into their therapy dogs, they're registered therapy dogs, and through Delta, now called Pet Partners, and I took 2 of them at once and we got all certified. But I wanted to see what's going on, because you hear all this stuff, and I'm like, well, let's just walk over there. And I thought, well, okay, I didn't think they'd kill me, but I was afraid they would be so envious of my expensive dogs that they may want to shoot the dogs. But that's not what I found at all. They're really, really nice people. Kids that don't have swing sets, and they sit around on the porch all day. So if you want a better society and you want to bring people up, you need to meet the needs of the children that are coming along. So I talked to parents and grandparents and children about swim team and my dogs, and very, very nice people. And one guy was doing like road construction, and he had 4 kids with his wife, and he hated it because he couldn't figure out a way to get a better job. And our school systems don't promote people to do the careers that they're really good at. That's a Sir Ken Robinson thing. But I saw these teenage boys, and I was really excited, because I know that's a hard age to be when you live in the hood as a teenage boy. And so I just jumped out of the car and took my dogs and walked over, and they were very surprised. And I said, what do you guys like to read? Do you read Sports Illustrated? And they said, no, we don't read, and we're going to be basketball players. And I don't know how good they were and stuff like that, but it was about 5, and then I turned around and my car was gone. And so there was a real nice older middle-aged man and a young girl with dyed hair, kind of punk dyed, and they came over, and I had to call the police to make a report. And so I did, and I didn't know who took it. It's one of the teenagers. They're fast and they're smart, I was only out of the car 2 or 3 minutes, and I left my keys in the car. And they were so caring. I was living in Jackson Ward, which is just like a mile away, and from Gilpin. And the 2 of them walked me home to make sure I got home safe. And so when it was time for the trial, I got my car back and had some candy wrappers in it. So the teenage boys had just gone for a joyride. And so I told the judge, I said, just give them some community service. They don't need to be punished for mischievous. One time, my dad and his friend, they stole a bulldozer and drove it through the neighborhood. The boys do that kind of thing. But so I went back to check it. I had 2 dogs, and you can only bring 1 service dog in court. So I couldn't go in. I couldn't get a babysitter for my dog, and it was hot. They couldn't be in the car. And so I wanted to find out what happened to them, and it was inconclusive. They didn't have the evidence that they needed to prosecute them. But I think it's just give them a little scare. And these are kids, and scare them a little bit, because that would be a felony if you're an adult. But no, most everybody was really, really nice over in the hood, and they do need summer school swim teams to give them activities, and it could be a non-profit. They have 8 city pools, and nobody knows how to swim. They block off the deep end, and they splash, and the kids in those neighborhoods love to play in the pool and get cool. And I did ask the families, I said, well, do you think summer school swim teams? And they were like, they wanted that so much for their kids.